G'day, this is Owen. We are jumping into another Nomad Mega Random, so this should be free for all, as it is. We have 8 teams. Let's dive in. And we have Donald Trump, and he's playing as the Russians now. That is irony. And we've got the yellow team being the Byzantines. We've got the pink team being Order of the Dragon. Let's go to caster mode. No, I can't go to caster mode. That's right. You can only do caster mode when it is a 2-team game. But let us remove this fog of war. Let's get into it. And again, with a free-for-all, you must protect this little bludger, your monarch. And orange player is Donald Trump. Our teal player is the teal player. Yellow player, he's running, sorry, said a bit of hiccup. The yellow player is the yellow player. Our red player is going for the town centre, and he is Space Astroneer. Space Astroneer. Man, that took a little while to work out. I do apologise. My red player, old spacey dude. The blue player is the blue player. And then we go down to our pink player, and he is Zheng Zhu. We're seeing a few town centres are coming up straight away. Our orange player here, Donald Trump, is going by the water. I do wonder if everyone, if Donald Trump will get picked on, or whether he will make a deal. No, look, I'm just going to give up on that. I'm not into politics. I really don't care. Our purple player. And if you watch this regularly, you'll know I always play as purple if some other person doesn't steal that colour from me. I do enjoy purple. I don't know why. You could tell, you know. Our monarchs are hidden. Probably because they don't want to run into anybody, I guess. Run into any scouts along the way. But now they can run to their town centres and just sort of hunker down. Because they will get the arrows to defend them. Now, a pink player. The last Mega Random game that I cast, the pink player was in this bottom corner. And they won quite comfortably. Sorry, spoiler alert if you haven't seen that one yet. It was an interesting game. But now our pink and blue are separated by this rather large mountain, which is intraversable, I believe. How are you going to get that sheep off the mountain? I do wonder. Now, as this game will probably start ramping up shortly, our yellow player, or our purple player I should say, is tearing around the map and is setting off all the town centres. That's why you can hear that noise going off. But the big Age of Empires tournament, and the good thing about the Age of Empires tournaments is that it's not just Age of Empires 4, I think Age of Empires 2, and I believe Age of Mythology. Now, I've never played Age of Mythology, but I think that's also at the tournament, but someone could let me know in comments if I'm wrong about that. But the whole franchise has got effectively a world championship going on. And so naturally, that is good for the community. As opposed, and this does make me a little bit sad that StarCraft has been dropped. StarCraft 2 has been dropped from the official, the real big computer game world championships. Now the Age of Empires one isn't part of that official one, but it's well supported by Red Bull. So there's enough prize money in that to make people interested. But sadly, StarCraft 2 is no longer part of that. And I know we all have our favourites. And if you're an Age of Empires fan, you probably would insist that Age of Empires has more depth of gameplay or things like that. People who love StarCraft and StarCraft 2 will say it's the hardest game to master and it's the best one. I'm just sad for the real-time strategy genre in general that they didn't even bring in an RTS game. And I really believe that is missing a trick. Because us people who enjoy RTS, it's like stress. Not stress. It can bring stress. What I was meant to say is, it's like chess. Except you don't have to wait for some person to take 20 minutes to decide which move they're going to make. Now I know some people enjoy Civilization. And I've tried to play that, but I am more the real-time strategy person. I like to get in there, do my thing. And if you've seen any videos on this channel where I play Age of Empires 4, you'll realise that I need to do a lot more practice. However, it's the games I enjoy playing. So it is a shame StarCraft 2 will not be at that World Championship, in my opinion. But again, also, let me know in comments what your thoughts are on that. Now, when you're playing these mega randoms, I don't know if you ever really have, it is intriguing because if we just reveal our selected player, he's only seen a couple of armies. And if you look down on that mini-map, so he's up here, he's just got a town centre going. Not a real lot of stuff happening, just getting as much timber there as they can. Now, being the Knights Templar, they don't need lumber camps. Oh, we have our first surrender. What happened? Why? No, maybe they just dropped out. But that is going to give our pink player, Zhengzhou, I don't know, will give them a huge advantage now. But everyone is starting to age up. Donald Trump has built the Kremlin. I've really got to stop making any jokes about that. But wouldn't that make headline news that Donald Trump built the Kremlin? But in saying that, it's a bit of an odd spot to put it. It is a defensive landmark, but it's, I suppose you've got your main dude in here and you want to defend that, but you're not really achieving too much with it sitting there, in my opinion. We'll see. It's not to say Donald Trump won't win the game. What's our little pilgrim worker here doing? He's off, he's walking somewhere. Can he actually walk through to this sacred site? Because if he can, that'll be gold. But if he goes too close to the other person here, which is our teal player, because I really can't pronounce all those letters. Holy dolly, it actually scrolls that name. Wow. Anyway, if he doesn't make it, that'll be no gold for our purple player. I think he's going to do it. Oh, we're building another town centre there. Must be a reason for it. Look, the pilgrim. Just making his journey. He's just chilling. There he is. Yeah, buddy. You celebrate that. And he's just disappeared. Nowhere. But he sent 130 gold home. The hardened Khan. Yeah, those arrows won't do too good against the town centre. And the Khan, he's backing away. Take a few shots at that villager if you want on the stone. Just let him know you're running past. But off he goes. So Pilgrim heading back to another sacred site. Our green player here, building their little aqueducts, getting that olive oil going. Ooh, so Golden Horn Tower. This is a military landmark, and our yellow player is just about to castle age. Let's just check. Landmark tracker. Yes, our yellow player is the first one to castle age. Purple is still in feudal. Or dark ages, I should say. No, he is in feudal age. So we got 2 in castle. And people are on the way up. And what this will do, they'll be able to start really churning out some units. Our yellow player, so our yellow player might be doing pretty good here. We'll keep an eye on yellow. And our Space Stranier has got a good spread. A couple of town centers, 3 town centers. So obviously trying to go for the economy and just get everything cranking. They are also of the Knights Templar. Nobody is really... Let's look at military. Yeah, no one's really got anything cranking out just yet. Now, income per minutes. Yeah, Space Stranier is smashing it, obviously, with 3 town centres. They better be getting an economy lead. Or I would suggest they'll be in heaps and heaps of trouble a bit later. There's our Hardened Khan. Yeah, you take a shot at that Pilgrim. But the Pilgrim's gone, buddy. Pilgrim is gone. Donald Trump is on the map. Got a couple of scouts and he's got some pointy dudes. I believe he'll just be offering some direction to the first people that come along, and he'll say, let's make a deal or I'll stab you with this stick. But I mean, it is Age of Empires, that's what you do. It's, you know, like that is the diplomacy in this game. So that is not criticism. So don't hate me in comments. I'm just trying to have some fun here. Yep. He's not doing too much. Now, it's a funny thing about us Australian people, because if you don't know, if you watch the Pub Test, which is my other YouTube channel, which has been going for a little while, do true crime, you would know that I do have a sense of humour, and us Australians do have a dry sense of humour. So we can seem to say like we sound like we are saying something really serious, and we're just having a joke, and then some people get offended by it. Just saying. Yeah, so if you're new to this, just, yeah, take it with a grain of salt, as people say. Not being serious in any way, shape or form with a lot of what I say on here. And certainly not political. Look, so these pilgrims, they're able to just walk by with impunity. But seriously, if you go into a game with a name like Donald Trump, you got to expect someone's going to have some fun with it. Surely. But the funny thing about Australians is, and a lot of people don't know, but in Australia, we are forced to vote. You must vote or you get fined. And, you know, like, it's absolutely crazy, really. But the odd thing is, us Australians just don't care. That's maybe why they force us to vote. Otherwise, nobody would turn up to vote except maybe the candidate's family. Oh, I kid you not. So Donald Trump is building up lots of pointy dudes. Our pink player, Zheng Zhu, is putting in some palisade walls. Look at these little spiky things. That will not keep anybody out, but I will say it does slow them down, so that's fair enough. I have been very, very harsh on palisade walls, particularly in Age of Empires 2, but I do understand the need to build them in this game. Have seen how they, like, for example, right now, if our yellow player was to tear in, which he just did, because that wall's not done. But now, that's a problem. You got a cavalry in amongst your town. Oh, and he's chasing these other villagers. No, he's not. He's running away from them. So that's what it's going to stop. It's going to stop that surprise attack coming in, because they do have to take a little bit of time to knock down your wall. This is a bold move, taking a sacred site in a free-for-all Megarandom game. Now, let me just check. If we go to Zheng Zhu, he does not know how many other sacred sites there are. He's out scouting, having a look around, but the scout is gonna go down. Let's reveal map all. Our hardened Khan. So Donald Trump is running across the map. Is he chasing the... Does he know about the priest? Let's go to Donald Trump's point of view. Oh, you can see the priest. Is he going to go for it? Oh, I thought it was all going to be happening there, but they pull back. And a little priesty boy, he's going to get home. Donald Trump ran in with all those spears. I reckon that would have been an interesting battle if it had have happened. I actually think our orange player, who has the name Donald Trump, probably would have taken that. I think we're going to see some interesting moves happening here very shortly, because we've got a fortress coming up on the top of the hill, and these pilgrims, they're going to get taken out. So they're going to try and walk to that sacred site, but they won't make it. But the fortress is coming in. Oh, but that's as far as the fortress can reach. And our teal player is going to be in a bit of trouble here. They might have to push out, but Space Draneer is going in for an attack. Has seen all these villagers, but the cavalry has arrived. But is the cavalry any good against the swordsmen? The men-at-arms are doing good, and the cavalry came within range of the landmark. And we've got crossbows. We've also got some action happening up there with Green and Donald Trump. But Space Strania is not finished with these villagers just yet. And there's a pilgrim walking in right amongst them from our purple player. Oh, and now we've got some serious firepower in for our teal player. Well, that has settled down that attack. We're going to go and see what's happening with Green and Donald Trump. Now, our green player has come in and is going hard on the attack. Donald Trump is trying to build a keep. If this keep goes up, this attack will get pushed back without a doubt. Well, hang on, there could be some doubt. We've got 15 villagers inside that keep. Oh, but our green player has got the navy out, and that is what is causing the damage. But can the keep reach the buildings? Oh, one ship down. That's the one that's got to go, though. Oh, he got the ship. But that threat is not over for Donald Trump just yet. Our green player has almost knocked down the Kremlin. And he's got the fire-breathing not trebuchets, battering rams. The Kremlin has gone down. We have one landmark down. Where has Donald Trump hidden his main dude? That I can't see on the map at the moment. So we've got more battering rams coming in for our green player. I'm saying green because I don't know how to pronounce the name. Donald Trump built on the water. And our green player has decided now, how on earth can he just stand there and get burnt like that and it not do any damage? I understand why they do it, but it just doesn't seem right. So at the moment, most of the action in this game is happening right in this corner of the map. Green is pushing out. I don't know what this cavalry dude's going to do. I think you need a few more of them. That keep is going to cause lots of damage. Well, while this is happening, we are going to go up to purple and yellow. So, I don't know what purple's name is meant to be. But purple versus yellow, and yellow is going to take down at least one town centre. It's not the main town centre, because that's this one here. Donald Trump's landmark is down. This is not Donald Trump here. Oh, purple has surrendered. Let's go back and see what's happening with Donald Trump then. If this keep goes down, I think this is going to be all over for the Don. Mr. Donald. Now I want to jump across and see what is happening with red and yellow. But I actually think that's the last. That is the last landmark, but it's not how you necessarily win the game. You've got to take out a person's king. Oh, and our yellow player has dropped. It's a Space Drania. So this game is ramping up very quickly. So I'll keep my eye on teal and red. We'll see what happens with the Donald. As green keeps pushing across the map. He's running the cavalry into the keep. I don't think that's the best idea. Oh! The king is off. Have they seen the king? I think they have. The race is on. Let's keep an eye on this particular thing. Doesn't matter what's happening on the map at the moment because we could see a player go down. The king, he is off to the races. Oh! Donald Trump quit. The Don just dropped out of the game. So now the action is happening here. We have Space Drania against teal. We've got our massive keep up on the hill. These pilgrims not gonna make it. Space Drania is hanging back for some reason. The keep is being repaired. Some of these red players would, like red units, would drag down onto the map. Space Drania is obviously not wanting to go in just yet. Unsure what they're holding on for. And they have pushed teal back. Oh! Well, now Space Drania. Green. And Zhengzhou. We're seeing a bit of a lull. This game has moved a bit quicker than I thought it was going to. Now, in previous casts, and I'm responded to a viewer who said, "Hey, I want you to check out a game. I don't know how to get it to you." And I thought, well, surely it can't be that hard. And you know what? It truly, truly is. So the process, if you want me to cast a game, is we have to become friends on Age of Empires 4. You have to make your game history public. And then I can access the library and you tell me which game you want me to look at. It seems like a lot of work. So I understand if that's something that you're not really wanting to do. So I won't necessarily ask. I'll just remind people, hey, I love good games. I mean, there are other ways, but it's not that easy. Whereas I am casting some war selection games because I enjoy lots of RTSs. And that's simple. People send me a code, which is just a text line, and I paste that, and away I go. I get to see a replay. It's amazing. Age of Empires makes it just a little bit harder to do that, which is a shame. So I'm sort of stuck at the moment, just randomly selecting games that are being played right now to observe, and I record them and then post them up. But if you really want to go through the rigmarole of trying to get me to see a particular game, then I'll probably try and work it out too. But yeah, It's a bit of extra work than what I was expecting. But if you are from Red Bull or some other tournament creator and you want me to come in and do some casting, and I'm happy to work with other casters. In fact, it'd be great to have another caster and an observer and just get to sit back and call the action and bounce off someone else. To me, that sounds like a lot of fun. Now, Zhangzhou has spread across the map, getting some lumber over here, along with Space Traineer. They're both harvesting from the same forest. Do they know that each one is there? Let's just check. He knows they're there. Well, we've got some action happening, so let's go. So Space Traineer is going into Zheng's base. I really thought Zheng had an advantage here, being in the bottom corner, and had virtually no harassment early. But perhaps Space Traineer's forces are battle-hardened, but look, this could mean that our green player, the player I can't name, may be able to build up a massive advantage as well. But again, we shall see. So the Trebs are now coming down to start pounding away at Zheng's base. Space Traineer is massing the forces, but look at what is massing right here. Quite the force. But at the moment, it's Space Traineer pushing into Zheng's base, and we are fighting over this, and the palisade wall has gone down. We got the crossbows at the back, taking their pot shots, while the cavalry and the pikemen cutting through the front part of the forces of Zheng. That keeper's going to hold them back, except we got trebuchets to come in and back this up. This is a perfectly balanced army by Space Traineer. And look at that keep. It's already down to probably only 50% health. The move there by Space Traineer to pull just outside of that keep. Just get outside of the range. But look at this. We got the cavalry coming in to get to the trebuchets. But no, they've turned and they've gone for the crossbows. But the reinforcements have arrived just in time for Space Traineer. And the cavalry for Zheng just running into a wall of units. And certainly not able to get anywhere near the Trebs at the back. And we've also got some cavalry to support them. We've got more and more cavalry coming out for Zheng. And it does look like... Oh, I thought they might have been getting on top, but... just as we see that, I'm still seeing more red. But no, this has been held. Our one final player for Space Traineer just ran his way forward. And now we have a bit of a crossbow fight. Cavalry hang back for Space Traineer, waiting for the big units to come in and start attacking so they could run in and take them out. And so now Space Traineer is definitely getting to the back of the map. Now these units here are taking out a couple of the Trebs. It is all happening on the map here. Zheng is not giving up. The Space Marine is... I don't know if I'm saying that name right, but I'm sticking with it. If you get something wrong, be consistent. He is just now getting in and amongst the economy, and that is going to slow Zheng down. Something fierce. And it's so amazing how quickly your resources dry up in this game. You can have a massive production, and then you lose all of your food, and then no more units. Very, very few units don't require food, like that you're able to turn out fairly quickly. It looked like a Space Marine has definitely got the upper hand. But where is the king? Is the question. You'll be in there. As soon as Space Marine gets down the map, we'll be able to win, or not win the game, but certainly take this battle. Old Spacey, he's just plugging away, not diving in too hard, using the trebs quite wisely. They're not getting too far forward, not trying to bite off more than they can chew. So this sort of, I don't really want to use the term, but turtling through the base. Some people don't like turtling, but you know, you don't want to just charge in and get taken out by these keeps, because these keeps will do some damage. And it only takes a couple of false moves, and this huge advantage could soon be gone. Old Spacey is diving in on Zheng. Zheng's units starting to go down. Those mangonels won't last long. And I believe this keep has got the king in it. Oh no, it only had a relic in it. Space Marine is still in the game, but now we've got Spacey all over the map. We've already had Donald Trump. This is not Kevin Spacey, by the way, it's just Space Marine. And here's our dude. Found him. And he now knows where he's got to get to. He's got to push his way all through the map. Look what's happening here. We're going to have to keep an eye in the middle of the map, as well as down at the bottom of the map. This could decide it. Because the Monarch, the Spacey, is inside there. This is always the trouble with free-for-alls. So much effort goes into taking out one player, who was playing well, by the way. And then a force just masses on your front door, and check this out. Spacey may not be able to react quick enough for this. I think they're trying, but this stone wall is going to go down. The fire-breathing battering rams have charged on in. That king, even if he jumps out now, he's... Our green player has just sniped Spacey, which is a shame, but that is the game. Well, Spacey was putting in the hard yards. And he's now out of the game. Or is he? Did the king move? Don't believe he did. I think we're going to see Zeng go down. Honestly thought that was over then. I'm not sure what I missed. Where's my observer? The king got out. The king is down. So where? Space Astroneer. Astroneer. Space Astroneer. Sorry, I've been saying it wrong the whole time. Where is his king? Where's that bludger been hiding? I didn't think he got out. But all the forces are coming home. All the units for Space Astroneer are coming home. Ah, here we are. They've found it. I certainly couldn't find it. So this could be the game right here. Our green player and Zeng are converging in one spot. The king is inside this building. If that gets taken down, our green player wins this free-for-all mega random battle. And again, this was totally different to the last one. This one went a lot quicker. Lots of action, but I don't think it's over yet. So green player, he's old Greenie, gonna call him Greenie now, has got finally out to the back to the crossbows. Because they were causing some serious damage. And I'd say it would be very, very important. Start taking out these keeps. But is there any siege here to do so? Here we go. Yes, we got siege coming in. Our green player is now on top with units. Not only do we have units pouring into the base of these keeps, the king may have escaped. And that is it. GG. Our green player wins. Just quickly have a look at stats. Yeah. And we saw Zhang and Spacey just going at it flat out. And right then, at this point, Red was doing good. Had to take this battle here, and so then kept on top. But look how our green player just was able to shoot forward. So by the time our pink player was out, we're already sitting at massive army. And that was just the numbers. But anyway, that's how Megarandom Free-For-Alls go. That's what makes them good games. Hope you enjoyed that one. I didn't mind it. It was a bit of fun. And as I said, hard to send me a game, but you never know. If you're playing, I might just jump on and cast your game. If you can work it out, we will work it out. But yeah, look out for the next cast. I'll be doing some war selection as well, and who knows, might be some other RTS coming too. But I'm Owen, and until the next one, be kind to one another.